Yeah, just a quick review of the Incrediwear Fingerless Arthritis gloves. So these are made specifically for people that have hand arthritis. So they work two main ways to help decrease the arthritic symptoms in your hands. The first way is that they provide compression, and that helps decrease swelling. And so the less swelling you have in your fingers and your joints, the more you're going to be able to move your hands better, and you're just going to feel a lot better. The second thing is they provide warmth, and we all know that heat always helps arthritic symptoms. So those are the two main ways that they work. So a few points about these particular gloves. They do have an open finger design, which I really like. So let's say, if you have trouble, like sewing or knitting or, doing any fine motor tasks with your fingers, if the gloves covered your whole finger, you really wouldn't be able to do that. But you can put the gloves on, and with the fingertips free and open, you're actually able to do a lot of those activities. And with the decreased pain, because you're wearing the glove covers most of your hand and most of your arthritic joints. They are machine washable on delicate cycle, and that's kind of a big deal because if you wear these a lot, especially like, in the summer, your hands can start to sweat, and then, after a while, the gloves start to stink, and, then you have to, be able to wash the things, and hand wash is kind of a pain in the butt. So I think it's great that you can put these in the machine, and put them on the delicate cycle and wash them. It just makes life a whole lot easier. So the other thing, permanent relief, temporary relief, how does this work? Well, basically, the gloves mainly work while you have it on your hands. When you take them off, your hand's still warm, probably for 30 to 60 minutes. Your hands are probably still feeling pretty good. So they don't provide, you don't like put them on a couple times and then, oh, I have permanent relief. But I think there actually is a way to use these gloves to get permanent relief, or at least get your symptoms down to a very manageable level. But you have to use these in conjunction with other treatments. So let's take something like exercise. We all know for arthritis, exercise, getting your hands stronger, getting more flexible is always going to help symptoms and get the pain down. So you can't really do any of those exercises yet, but if you put on the gloves, then you're able to do the exercises, and after doing the exercises week by week, your hands are going to get stronger, going to get more flexible, and your symptoms are going to be a lot less. So as an example, this book, Treat Your Own Hand and Thumb Osteoarthritis, you could do, like, say, range of motion exercises. And if you go to occupational therapy or hand therapy, they're always going to have you do range of motion exercises. So that's something good you'd want to start with. Why do they do range of motion exercises? Well, one main reason is because the joints in your hand are synovial joints, and they have synovial fluid in them. The synovial fluid coats the joints, the articular cartilage, and gets nutrition to it. It's a good source of nutrition for the cartilage in your joints. It gets spread around through movement. So if you're not moving your fingers through the full range of motion, you're not getting that synovial fluid spread all the way around, and so it's not getting the nutrition that it really needs. So that's one reason why range of motion exercises are so important. Getting your hands a lot stronger, there's some exercise you can do. You don't need to spend all day doing it. You just need a few minutes a day doing the exercises, or even every other day for the strengthening exercises. Here shows you using like a light dumbbell to work the finger muscles and stuff. And even has something here for the base of the thumb. A lot of people get base of the thumb arthritis or carpal metacarpal joint arthritis. Common, especially in females as they get older. Things due to hormonal changes, gives you ligamentous laxity. Ligaments hold the bones to the bones, so if the ligaments get a little lax, you get excessive movement in the joint, so that starts to wear down the articular cartilage over time. And the whole thing's about getting instability. You just don't have the control over the joint that you used to because of that ligamentous laxity. So what you can do is there's a muscle called your abductor pollicis longus. So you can see where that little sucker attaches right down to the base of the joint, right where you have trouble with if you have base of the thumb arthritis. And strengthening that muscle, and we're just talking about doing this a couple times a week using like a rubber band a certain way for resistance. Strengthen that muscle, you're going to get a lot more stability in that joint. And the more stability you get, the less pain and symptoms you're going to have. So, yeah, there's actually a lot you can do for it. But, hey, you can't do it now. Put on the gloves. That'll enable you to do exercise week by week as your hands get stronger, more flexible. The pain will get less. So, yeah, good gloves. Definitely. Check it out.